So the questions that we had for everybody, they're kind of an acronym of the word legacy.
Okay.
And the first letter's L, and we use the word legacy for the first acronym. So the first question is, what does legacy mean to you? What does that word mean to you in relation?
It means to me what kind of program I left behind. What did I do to benefit patients or the program? That's what I want my legacy to be, because I still fight up at legislature. I've been to many legislative meetings. I've testified. I've protested. I'm just, whatever we need to do. I hope that that's my legacy, is that I worked really hard for the patients and that we got somewhere.
Yeah. No, and you definitely have. There's no doubt about that. That has been your legacy. E was for ethics, and you're not necessarily a company growing weed and selling it or cannabis, but what do you think? What part? Where does ethics and cannabis intersect, and how do you feel about it?
With me,
Yeah.
ethics with me always depends on reliable growers. Making sure that I have a good clinic that operates on a good reputation, that we return our calls. We have very compassionate staff. My doctor is an amazing man. All the money he's made from doing this all these years, he's donated to doing open heart surgeries for babies in foreign countries that can't afford them. So he's never kept any money from doing cards.
Wow.
So yeah, ethics mean a lot to me.
Yeah. No, and I mean, I love that, I think that the more cannabis there is for people, we're going to have better people. So I definitely agree with you. As far as growth, how have you personally grown with your journey?
Oh, so much. I've learned so much, but I also ended up being a cancer patient. So I ended up doing the RSO. I've survived it with the RSO. I've also had 2 broken backs, a broken wrist. So I use it for pain and inflammation all the time. I have PTSD, anxiety, and depression. So I use it for that all the time. So yeah, it's been very helpful for my life personally. And that's why I'm so good at telling people about it, because I've been there personally and I know.
So the RSO is so important to me too, and people don't know. I mean, if smoking cannabis cured cancer, it'd be easy, right? We would all be doing great.
Right.
But people don't realize the amount of RSO that you have to take, and really having it go through your liver, the intensity of that kind of a dose is really intense, and so a lot of people have to do suppositories. So did you take it orally, or did you
I did do mine orally.
Okay.
and I was told, once you start taking RSO,
Right.
don't stop, because
Right.
that's what prevents the cancer from coming back as well.
Wow.
So there will be times when I've had too much and I got to stop for a few, but I always go back together to get on it as soon as
Yeah, I was
can.
gonna say, so just so that other people could know too, how much did you take a day?
I started with the rice-sized pebble
Okay.
twice a day until I got used to it, and
Yeah.
then I went down to the once a day at night.
Okay.
But my partner, who also had stage 4 cancer, she did 2 a day every day.
Yeah, I was gonna say some people even a gram a day,
Yeah.
and a gram of that is a lot.
Yeah, it
and
is.
it really, but from what I heard, people would eventually get used to it, and you kind of adapt, and-
We just stay on the batteries.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to chew on batteries over here. Okay, so A was accomplishments. I mean, what are you most proud of so far as what you've done? And
Really?
Yeah.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Being a judge for the Cup is one of my greatest accomplishments. I love it. I love
That's
working
awesome.
with you, Nathan. You're an amazing guy. I love the people. I love the community. And when you go back to all of us old school people, we're still all friends. We still all talk. A lot of people don't know about us elders, but the ones that do, yeah, no, I'm so appreciative of so many people in this, for Paul for helping me get my first office, and all the doctors and just everybody that believed in me and supported me.
yeah, well, and to believe in you helping people is awesome. I mean, it's, yeah, and there's a lot of people that would have stopped doing this work because they weren't making enough money, or and just see just that your heart has been in it the whole time, and that's awesome. And you really have touched a lot of people's lives in that way, so you should be proud of that.
I don't feel like that sometimes, but that's okay.
Well, remind yourself of that sometimes, yeah. So C was for community. What does cannabis community mean to you, and how important is it?
Oh, so much, everything. I really think, I wish we could have a cannabis cafe. I don't know if they're letting them open them back up or not yet, but we really need that as a way for people to socialize, get to know other people in the community. We do community stuff out here where we just do private events and just privately invite people. Yep. But I would much rather love to do it in a public arena.
It is odd how we've put these restrictions on this public, like the cannabis community in theory isn't able to get together in a public space and partake.
No, not at all. And I think we should be able to. I think it's really important. And plus it helps you share the information with others, not about just smoking, but how to make your edibles and what edibles work best, and making can of coffee with recipes that you can just bring and show.
Yep.
People that, and then other people will trade buds, and you get to show their wears and tears and who likes what. And it's actually kind of fun when we used to do them. We called them open houses, but
nice. Yeah, I mean, well, that's what we love too. Why, I got so passionate about doing the cannabis events is that before we weren't allowed to come together and do this, and we do it as a private members only event to obviously get around the whole public thing, but we should be able to all come together as a community and not have to hide.
Besides more than one cup once a year.
Right, exactly. Yep, absolutely. So the last letter was U. Where do you see yourself going from here?
Oh gosh. Well, I want to stay and try to help us patients as much as I can. My goal is to start to where the patients are more important. We're not losing patients again. We can go through that. Even if I have no job here, because doctors can sign the cards for patients. That's my goal, is patients not having to pay anything at all, and the growers being able to make some kind of reimbursement so that the patients can have free meds.
Yeah.
Welcome to Rebel Roots Farms in Rogue River, Oregon. Here we craft cannabis products for all different types of people in all different varieties. Portable, convenient items such as vape pens and tinctures for those on the go, along with premium dabbables like live rosin and diamonds. Our infused funny honey can make any day a holiday, and our THC and CBD Rick Simpson oils are widely recognized for potency and effects. We focus on capturing the natural essences of the whole plant with full spectrum extractions and natural cannabis terpene infusions. State-of-the-art equipment and collaborations with industry leaders allow Rebel Roots Farms to stay at the forefront of cannabis innovation and processing. We hope you enjoy our products as much as we enjoy making them.